What's going on, y'all? Today I'm gonna show it you exactly how I made over $20,000 this month just posting online. I'm telling you, it's probably one of the greatest opportunities in your life. But journey with me while I go to work. Oh, by the way, I do go to work. By the way, I do have a full-time job. By the way, I just, side hustling is just the best. So let me give you guys a little bit about my side hustling entrepreneurship journey. So first and foremost, and I'm talking to you guys like I'm FaceTiming a friend because at the end of the day, you guys are my friends. And this would have been impossible without you guys. So my side hustle entrepreneurship journey started back in, I want to say 2019. Yeah, make sure I don't get hit by a car. So in 2019, I started side hustling online. But before that, I used to always watch the show. You guys probably know about the show. It's called Shark Tank. I used to always watch the show. And I would always hear these crazy, amazing stories about how somebody literally just started a business like 2-3 days ago, or 2-3 years ago rather, that all of a sudden they'll be like a millionaire. And I was always flabbergasted. I was always like, how the hell did they just become a millionaire like that? I had no experience in business or anything like that. Anytime I saw or heard the word entrepreneur, it was more like a barber or a hairstylist who had to work long hours. So when I was growing up, entrepreneurship and side hustling wasn't really a thing for me because it was like, man, I'd rather go to school and learn and apply myself because those people get to come home late at night. Those people get to live and craft the life that they want. But entrepreneurs, nah. Entrepreneurs, they don't really craft a good life like that. So that's my introduction to side hustling and entrepreneurship. So 2019 happens, and then I discovered this thing called drop shipping. And it was like, man, you could just sell anything you want and you don't have to have the inventory or anything like that. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about dropshipping, but put it in the comments if you have. But I discovered this thing called dropshipping, and dropshipping just opened up my mind to so many possibilities. I was like, man, I could literally just sell anything I want, anything, and I don't have to have the inventory or anything like that. And it's all because of social media. So I got into dropshipping because I wanted to sell these pins. There was these pins that I had. They were like a heart pins, and they were a knockoff of Kanye West's pins. I don't know if you guys remember those, but they were a knockoff of those. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna try to sell these pins. Man, I was just selling it in my community, but dropshipping taught me how to sell it to strangers. And that's when I was like, oh wow, I could sell anything I want in the world to a perfect stranger as long as I understand exactly how to sell online. Because when you think about it, your friends and your family can't support your business, even if they tried. If every single one of your friends and your family bought your products, they still cannot support your business. Why? Because they're so limited. You only have but so many friends and family. But when it comes to strangers, or figuratively speaking, you know more strangers, or you would happen to know more strangers than people that you actually know, acquaintances, friends and family, etc. So by that logic, I said to myself, you know what? Let me try to learn advertising online. Let me try to learn how to sell online through the medium of Facebook ads. So I started selling through Facebook ads. I guess how much I made in 2020, y'all. I made over $250,000. I could not believe it, man. $250,000 in 2020. That's how much I made. So I said to myself, man, $250,000. It wasn't all profit, by the way, but just a simple fact that I didn't have to get a degree. I didn't have to, well, I did have to start an LLC eventually, but just a simple fact that I could just generate income strictly from my phone and a side hustle online. It just had me stumped. I was like, man, this money's really not hard or difficult to make. All you have to do is just try your best to sell something in a category that people actually love. So I made my money with parents because parents always want to buy things for their kids, and I targeted parents. If you look into Facebook ads, you can see what you could target because When you think about it, on Facebook, we tell Facebook everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. We tell Facebook when we're getting married, we'll tell Facebook what's on our mind. Facebook and Instagram in particular, we tell Facebook and Instagram when we have a birthday shower, when we have a baby shower rather, we tell Facebook and Instagram, when we're going through a bad day. Every single time you hold up the phone and you talk to Instagram or Facebook like this, basically what you're doing is telling them things about yourself. And they use that as data. So when advertisers come on the platform, if you say, oh my God, I need a job and I'm looking to hire somebody and I want to run ads, they would show my ad to you because you said to Facebook and Instagram, hey, I need a job. So it is true that Facebook and Instagram do listen to you, but it's for good reason, right? They want to make sure they serve you the best. And they served me the best because we all been there before where we needed some extra income or you wanted some extra income. And what happened? You set it on the phone and then all of a sudden you see an ad for somebody saying, hey, you can make so much money in this amount of time, etc., etc. So that really, really, really helped me out. So push come to shove, I started making a lot of money. When I did that, it wasn't all profit, by the way. It was $250K in revenue. That just opened up my mind to a whole new world. I felt like Aladdin on the carpet. It's just a whole new world. Actually, I felt like Jasmine on the carpet. So it was just a whole new world, opened up my mind. At that time, I was residing in a basement. It was a furnished basement, it was nice. But I said to myself, man, I always pass by, in my city, in my town, I always pass by these luxury buildings. And I would always wonder what it would be like to live in one of those things. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to try to live in one of those things. And before, I would always think that, wow, it's too expensive. Wow, it's too nice. I can't afford it. But with Facebook ads and dropshipping, it opened up my mind to understanding that, hey, listen, you can do this. Everything is A-okay. Money comes from one place and one place only, other people. And if you help them and solve their problems, guess what? They are going to take care of you. And that's exactly what happened. I started helping people. I started solving their problems. And instead of trying to sell from a selfish perspective, I started to sell from a selfless perspective. So I started saying to myself, how can I help somebody? What skills do I have to help somebody? And it started working. So after I moved into a luxury high-rise, that's when the game really started, because I didn't know about money or understand anything about money until I moved into a luxury high-rise. Because the problem with most people, when they start making money, they increase their expenses, and that puts you in the same position that you were before. So I discovered through looking at my finances and paperwork, everything I've been through, that I was making more money when I was residing in a basement versus when I was living in a luxury condo. I was making way more money at them time though. You know why? Because my expenses increase. And that's what usually happens when people aren't financially literate. What did they do? They increase their expenses when they start making money. And that's literally how you go back broke. So I said to myself, okay, you know what? I'm going to try to do everything in my power to expand my skills. And that time, Facebook was going through some kind of turmoil where Facebook was saying to themselves, oh, you know what? Since we own the market, we're going to treat our advertisers poorly. And it's just the ups and downs of business. That's how life is when it comes, that's how business is rather. The ups and downs of business, it's really a thing. You know, if you don't optimize and if you try to reach some kind of level of homeostasis or comfortability, you are not going to survive in business. Business is the art of being uncomfortable. And the way how you do that is by thinking like, oh, you know, this is going to be the same way all the time, when in all actuality, it is not. So Facebook advertisement was becoming very annoying. And then all of a sudden I started to become ungrateful because I was looking for comfortability. I enjoyed the spoils of getting all of the money, but I started to not like to answer customer complaints. I started to kind of half-ass the business, for the lack of a better term, just because the business was so easy, and it was so easy to generate money. I just throw an ad up, most of the time I start making money. So I saw that in myself, and I began to decline as a business owner. Then I gave up. I just said, hey, listen, that's it. I'm done. I already made my money. This is good. I have a lot of money saved up. So life is good right now. But then 2020 happened. And when 2020 happened, you guys know what I'm talking about. The P word, the C word, that happened. And when that happened, this beautiful app by the name of TikTok came out. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So TikTok came out. And when TikTok came out, it opened up a whole new world. You know, I always wanted to build a personal brand. I always wanted to understand exactly how social media actually works from a influencing, creating perspective. So TikTok came out, and I always promised myself when the next social media app comes out that's actually pretty good, I'm going to do everything in my power to try to understand it and try to learn it. And that's exactly what transpired. So I remember growing up and seeing Facebook. I remember growing up and seeing MySpace. I remember growing up and seeing Twitter. I remember growing up and seeing all Instagram. I saw all of these things. And when a new platform comes out, you want to get on it and you want to try to build a brand ASAP. You want to try to get invested in it. You want to try to learn a lot about it. And the best thing about TikTok is that it introduces you to a lot of strangers. And I understand the power of strangers, because strangers love to give their money to strangers. All you have to do is help them and solve their problems. So I started posting on TikTok. And eventually I reached 1 million followers. And that taught me everything about marketing. And it opened up a whole new world. TikTok, the best thing in the world, man. So fast forward to today, how I made the $20,000 is through TikTok. There's this business model on TikTok called TikTok Shop by Creator. And that is how I made my money. So because I have the skill of posting TikToks, because I built up a following, multiple pages up to $10,000 or more, I just get TikTok. TikTok, I just understand it. You know, unlike Instagram, unlike Snapchat. And if you think about it, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, they all look similar. Like Instagram has Instagram Reels, Snapchat has Snapchat Spotlight, Facebook has Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts. Like they all have the TikTok element in it. And that's when I said to myself, that's when I knew, hey, listen, I gotta try to learn TikTok. And I did. So on TikTok, there's this thing called shoppable content, where you create content about products, because people might not know about certain products. You try to help somebody, and when you help them through your video, they can buy from your video. When they buy from your video, you get a small commission. Now, that wouldn't mean anything, because every time somebody buys a $20 product, you will get $1. But if 100,000 people buy that product, guess what? You're getting $100,000 from one person. I mean, from multiple people. It's just 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, over and over and over again. And that right there is awesome and amazing. And that's exactly how I scaled from zero all the way to $20,000 every single month. And even though I'm doing that, I'm still going into work. I'm still existing. I'm still having a good time. So I want you guys to understand that this is something that anybody can do. Just remember that you have to be great you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start in order to be great. So I'm at work right now. Follow and like for more. But yeah, TikTok is literally paying people, and you should get on it. If you want to learn more, hit the link in the bio and I'll help you guys out. All right, take care. Later.